here is my review for Watamote episode 1, 2, and 3. So with this, I'm going to start with the first episode and more or less just kind of give my thoughts on the entire series so far from what I've seen and the characters and yeah, you know this stuff. So with that being said, when it comes to the first episode, get introduced to the main character, Tomoko, and she's just, oh my god, like she is so antisocial. Like she has social anxiety. She just cannot talk to people at all. It's just it's horrible. And in all honesty, it's pretty painful to watch. Like I can't. Some moments are funny. Like the first episode wasn't that funny to me. To be honest, like the first episode, I was just like God, her character. I want her to succeed. I want her to be able to talk to people. Like I don't want her to just suffer and struggle like this. It's like it hurts. It hurts. I don't know what to say when it comes to her. It's really bad, and I just want her to succeed. That's like the main thing I got when I first watched this episode. At least the first episode, I was just like, I want her to be able to get out of this, be able to actually talk to people, go get a boyfriend, or all that stuff that she's been wanting to do and stuff. And I just want her to do it, but it's just like she just can't get out of her shell, and it's just it's so frustrating because the first episode that's where it really just kind of comes in. Like I said, it wasn't too funny to me for the first episode because it's just seeing her character the way she is. Because that's the first time I've ever seen it. I didn't read the manga, so it's just like I was just like kind of throw back. And the thing is, I wanted to continue the show mainly because I wanted to know what's gonna happen next. Is she gonna get out of this mode where she can start actually communicating with other people, or at least better anyways, because she can communicate with her family and her friends and stuff like that, but she can't communicate with anyone else. Like she just has such a hard time, and I'm just like, oh. So the first episode is more or less that, and her brother too. We get to introduce to her brother, and her brother basically his name is Tomoki. I'm assuming he had like the same problem or something because he looks just as tired. Like Tomoko looks very tired. Like she look like she don't never get any sleep. And same thing with her brother. But I'm assuming he's kind of like out of that whole mode because he actually has friends and stuff like that. He hangs out, goes to places and stuff like that, and girls even kind of like him and stuff. So he's finally I guess he's out of that mode, or I'm not sure if he was ever in that mode where he just can't talk to people. I'm not really sure, but yeah, he's like that. So he's okay. He doesn't really want to help his sister out really. He just kind of feel like it's a pain in the butt. So I mean, it's a little sad because she kind of has like no one really. But I mean, his brother, her brother still does help from time to time at the end of the day. So yeah, with episode 2, we see Tomoko's friend in this episode, and Tomoko's friend, like her friend back then when they used to be friends, stuff because a long time ago, they were like two peas in a pod. They both look very just like antisocial, and they didn't want to talk to people. Like the other girl looked kind of nerdy too, actually. So when we see her though, like from before and then now, we see her friend actually like be completely different. Like, she looks very like before she looked very gloomy and sad and stuff like that, but now she's like, woo, I am freaking pretty. Like, oh, I am so good. Like she's just out there right now and everything. And so when Tomoko saw her, she was just like, who are you? And stuff. So, so with that, we get to see like their interaction with each other, and they actually just, like I said, she can actually talk to her. She seems kind of fine with her and everything like that, and they just hang out for the day. And the reason, like after they hang out and everything, her friend actually was feeling kind of down, but after hanging out with Tomoko, she feels much better now because she was having some kind of problem with her boyfriend, and so she's like, I'm gonna try to like fix this problem and stuff like that. I'm glad I talked to you. I'm glad we hanged out. Hope we can hang out again and yeah and stuff. And it was a nice little touching moment right there. Actually, I like that. Like I like this episode too. Episode 2, I was like, yes, she's finally communicating with people or communicating with someone. And she kind of got herself out there, and I like that. I like that. And it just it's more or less to her friend though, but still, I just like seeing interaction with her because it's just from the first episode she's so just it's too much. Like, I almost forgot too. When it comes to episode 1, the one funny thing that actually happened in the episode that was really funny is towards like I think the end where her classmates come in and they're like, I think like at McDonald's or where that place was, but they're at that place and they're eating and everything, and she was there too, and she's like, oh crap, I don't really want them to see me and everything outside here. Like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? So she's trying to make this face, like she's all wait. Like that or something like that. It looked really weird. And so she's walking by looking stupid like that, and luckily I guess they didn't really notice her, but as she got past that, she got to go downstairs. That's when her brother comes in, and her brother's just like, what the heck's wrong with you? Like, why are you making that face? Like, it's just, that was a pretty funny moment. But episode 2 was just more on her friend and everything, her hanging out with her friends and or her friend anyways, and just just doing her thing. And like I said, that episode's more, I guess, uplifting and in a sense, it's still kind of like hard to see her just talk to people and everything like that. It's still frustrating, but So with episode 3, this one was actually fun. This one's pretty funny. I was laughing my butt off in episode 3. There's some funny moments in here, like the whole Kuroko no Basket reference. Like she was like it was PE time and they're supposed to be playing basketball and people had to go into teams of 5 and stuff, and she was just kind of like standing there not really being noticed, and so she's like, oh, this is Kuroko no Basketball. I'm like the Phantom 6 member. And I was like, oh crap, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. But I love that moment. That was a hilarious moment. I was cracking my butt off on that scene. And she made like another reference with like Ghost in the Shell when she was like daydreaming and stuff. And I'm like, at least I'm thinking that's Ghost in the Shell. It reminded me a lot about it. But with the 3rd episode though, as funny as it was, this one was like kind of the saddest one, I guess, because she was just really struggling this episode. She lost her umbrella. She first lost her umbrella and she wouldn't like kill people and everything, though it was like on the other side. But then her like umbrella breaks because it's like raining and the wind's just so powerful it takes the umbrella away or it rips it. I don't know how that happened, but it messed it up. And not to mention she kept getting lectured by like these old people and everything like that. So she just was really feeling down and she felt to cry and stuff like that. Like the teacher was yelling at her, and I was feeling really bad for her at that moment when the teacher was yelling at her because she forgot her textbooks. I was like, it was actually really sad because for a person that has social anxiety and just the way she is, someone going at her like that, like, oh, it's just so sad. And she just felt so bad and like felt crappy. She didn't want to go to school and everything. And it's just, with that though, go back to the umbrella thing. After she lost her umbrella, she had to go under this thing, just some kind of protector basically from the rain. And that's when 2 other boys come by, and that's where things got really awkward. Like she was trying to figure out what to say, and it wasn't working out. Like she could have just said like, yeah, I lost my umbrella. Because the thing is, they first asked her like, hey, did you lose your umbrella too? And all she was just thinking like, oh, what should I say? What should I say? Oh, I don't know what to say. All she had to say was, yeah, I lost my umbrella too. Like that's all she had to do. But she wanted to make something witty and crap like that, and it was just it didn't work. It didn't work. Like it really didn't work. It's really frustrating. Like she was feeling so like crappy, and she didn't know what to do. She's like she's about to cry just standing there because she's not. She can't take this interaction with these 2. She couldn't handle it. So she had to go try to use the bathroom and everything. Well, she just went into the bathroom anyway, so just try to calm herself down. Like her eyes were shot red and stuff. And then when she came back, the boys were gone, and she kind of like passed out, fell asleep there. And the boys are actually pretty nice though. Those two dudes are actually nice because those 2 guys came back once she was asleep. Bought an umbrella for her and actually left it there for her so she can leave while because it's still raining and stuff. So that was pretty nice of them to do that. So and the thing is, she even after like once they left and she woke back up, she got the umbrella. Like, man, I don't know where the umbrella came from. I hope it's not stealing. But it's like I hope guys can be nice to you and stuff like that. And it's just like those 2 right there were actually pretty nice to you. Like she didn't know, so that's even more frustrating. Just like honestly, with this show here, I feel like I'm gonna continue watching this, not to mention you guys voted in for this show, so which is why I'm actually reviewing it, and you guys want to see my thoughts and opinions and stuff like that for this show. So this is why this video is being made right now, and I will continue doing Watamote reviews for this series as well. So subscribe if you want to see more. But like I said, with this show, it's just it's gonna be pretty painful to watch. I must say, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be even more moments where it's just gonna be very awkward for her, like really like strenuous, and just for the viewers, you're just gonna be like, oh come on, you can do this, you can do better. Just think rationally, don't panic, like you know what I mean. Like we're gonna be having those freaking emotions with this show, so this might be a pretty emotional roller coaster we might have for this series. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this will actually go. I'm really hoping that Tomoko can actually get herself out of this social anxiety, to be able to actually talk to people, like even just a little bit better than what she's doing right now. If she can just do a little bit better, I'm hoping I'll be proud of her. I'm just hoping that can be the case. But yeah, with that being said, this show is actually it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. I do like it. I do like the soundtrack, like the opening endings. Oh my god, I freaking love the opening. I love so much. Like just like what are you doing? Like all that screaming and stuff. Like yeah, I freaking like that, man. God, love heavy metal. But I love the opening. The ending's really good. The soundtrack for the series is actually pretty darn good as well. Fits the scenes and the motions, like fits the scenes and stuff like that very well. The animation is done pretty nice. It's nice animation. Pretty much standards for the most part, but it's still good. Still good animation, so I do like that as well. And like I said, the story is more or less character driven, so we're following this character here, and her character is a very interesting character, and again, it kind of invokes a lot of emotions when we're watching because of her character and how she is. So, like I said, it's gonna be like some kind of emotional roller coaster we're gonna have here for us. So, yeah, Watamote, my review. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think of episode 1, 2, and 3, and what are your thoughts on the series so far. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Watamote reviews from me. So, yes, been the Breakmaster, and until then, break out.